I get my handy dandy spiral notebook out that I've taken all my Final Fantasy XIV MSQ notes in. I don't know if I'll be taking too many notes in MSQs, but okay. Oh wow. The last thing I wrote was thou must live, die, and know. Man. Whew. The lyrics to answers, y'all. I need... okay. I used my spiral for other things since then. I had my whole Minnow Madness stuff planned out in this spiral as well. Okay, now we're back on track here. And if you guys also ever have a need for taking notes, I have merch out. And my shirts came in. I can't wait to take photos in them so you guys can like really like see how my Minnow t-shirts look in person. But they look so heckin' cool. I am so happy with my merch. Like truly so happy with my merch. If you guys want to go check out my merch, you know, I'm gonna do another shameless plug. I don't even care because I'm really happy about it all. I also built my own website too. So you know, well, I say I built it. I used a template, but I made it mine. I customized it. I made myself a website, okay? And in that website is linked to my awesome hecking merch. There's a Metal Minnow collection and the Gamer Girl Minnow collection, and I'm really happy about both. So, that being said, check out my spiral! This is part of the Metal Minnow collection. I need to do something. We gotta get, like, we're gonna get real into the story here, okay? There's so much to scroll through. Holy crap. We gotta do things right. Okay, so like over here. And okay. This is where we technically left off. A little Argos. I'm so happy they gave us this mount. Look how cute I look on it. I look so pretty. Okay. I'm stalling. I'm sorry. I'm really not trying to. I'm just really scared. I haven't been to Endwalker Zone since I beat Endwalker. Hi, Lycos. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. How are you? I just saw you passing through Libsa. Yes. Hi. Welcome. I haven't played 14 in a while. I've done like the Christmas event, New Year's event, stuff like that, but I haven't like played in a while. I beat Endwalker in September. And I couldn't bring myself to start post Endwalker, and I'm low-key still not over Endwalker. But tonight we are ripping off that band-aid and we're gonna start 6.1 MSQs. So we left off here. So it seems fitting to be, you know, over here. Okay. You can do this, be brave! Be brave, Minnow! Alright, newfound adventure. Let's go. Let's go see our friends. Let's go see our friends. Wait, hold on. Where do I need to go? I'm confused. I don't know if y'all can really see that. Oh, I see. Okay. Wait. We have to go inside. I'm dumb. I'm big dumb. I'm really rusty at this game, okay? So don't judge. Tataru! Ah! It's been months since I've seen her! Oh, it's little Tataru. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay. So I'm on schedule? Okay, well that's fair. I mean, it feels so long. I mean, it has been. It's literally been months since we've last seen Tataru. Oh, guys, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing the MSQs again. I kind of missed this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to get a little teary-eyed. Okay. What does she have for us? Level 90. Dang it, I'm crying, y'all. Why does this game have such a chokehold on me? Why does it make me get all teary-eyed? It's not even a sad moment right now. Okay. Newfound adventure. Tataru is putting on a pot of tea and looks in need of company. Great, how lovely to see you. If you're not in too much of a rush, I was about to make a pot of tea. Would you like a cup? Take a seat then. I'll find us something to nibble on as well. Bill's bring her in Endwalker. Facts. Facts. Every time I log into this game after beating Endwalker, like, I just cry and then I log out.
It's so much quieter these days without everyone around. Not that I'm pining for your return, you understand.
It's so nice to hear her voice again.
I have my sources, and I know that each and every one of you is doing well and keeping busy with your endeavors.
Well, I'm glad to know everyone's doing well. For now.
Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it. What about you? Any plans for the immediate future?
Brand new adventure, of course. I'm still mulling over it. No! A grand new adventure, of course! I hope Grohog gets to go on adventures with us, though.
Traveling to the edge of existence and back wasn't enough? Well, if that's the case, I might have a suggestion for you. You've fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our star from unimaginable threats. For your deeds, you've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those titles aside for a while?
Honestly, that would be kind of nice to just live for a moment without any sort of titles. Just to kind of take a break.
Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again and travel the world in search of wonder.
It's almost kind of like what Emmett was telling us during our final walk. You know, he's like, there's like parts of the world you have yet to explore. Like, how dare you call yourself, you know, the warrior of light, and how dare you have, like, be like a piece of a Zim and you haven't even gone to, like, this place, or this place, or that place. You know, he just starts listing off all these places we haven't been to. It's like, okay, Emmett, I'm sorry. We were literally forced into, like, bringing peace amongst all of Eorzea, so I don't know what more you want from me. A lot of it was caused by him, too, so... anyways, okay. I feel like Tataru had a word with Emmett or something. Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again and travel to the world Here's where you guys realize that I'm really bad at reading. Hi, Balin Rouge. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. How are you? I want everyone to know I'm a badass. Hey, Catlord. Welcome back. Okay. I travel the world in search of wonder. You're right. Who knows what mysteries are still waiting to be discovered? That's a great idea. But where to start? Oh! I read that as if that was MSQs. I have to pick. Okay, I have to pick. Sorry. I'm dumb right now, alright? I'm telling y'all, when streamers hit go live, our brain cells deplete down to 1. You're right. Who knows what mysteries are still waiting to be discovered? That's a great idea, but where to start? I like the first one. I gotta get back into the groove of this game. Bear with me.
Oh, that's the spirit. I can feel from here the blazing fire that just lit in your belly. Now, all you need is a destination.
Mercidia! Mercidia!
If you're having trouble deciding, just leave it to me.
Where's she gonna send us?
Thavner. That's where you should go next.
Oh! Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Last time we were there, it was like... It was so horrible. It was like... It was the final days starting to happen for these people. I don't know if I'm ready to go back there, guys. At least you still got the one brain cell. True. And it's hanging on for dear life. Indigestion sounds like... Wait, what? What do you mean I have indigestion? Okay. So we're going to Thavner. Ooh.
I doubt you were able to squeeze in a proper tour of Radzat the last time you were there. What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth. And I'm sure Vritra would be pleased to see you.
It would be good to see Vritra
itself. The Empire's presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that sea, now's your chance.
A proper tour of Radzat. That could be cool.
Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
Oh, I wasn't expecting to see him just pop up on my screen. Oh, shit. No, I wasn't ready to cry. Damn it! This freaking game! Now I see why Shrimp did the smiley face. I want to take a screenshot of this because I don't know, like... You know, I just don't know when I'm going to see him, you know? That's probably the closest to it. I don't know if I just got a screenshot or not. My new computer is a little weird. Oh, no, it worked. It worked. I don't have tissues on me. I wasn't ready for that. I swear to God, if they, like, bust out Hiffy or Xenos in some kind of way, I'm gonna freaking actually lose it. And Venat 2, though. I really liked Venat 2. Okay. So we haven't... Refresh my memory, chat. We haven't actually talked to any of the leaders since everything, correct? Like, we haven't talked to Amaric or Lord Hayan or, like, Merwib. Like, we haven't talked to any of them, right? Like, we just kind of, like, came back from, what was it, Ultima Thule, and we were almost, I mean, everyone thought we were dead, and then we weren't. I don't think we talked to any of the leaders, though, right? Alfie sent out that letter saying the Scions disbanded. Well, I know that, but, like, just because they disbanded doesn't mean we haven't gone to go see any of the leaders. So, I'm thinking, no, we haven't actually talked to them yet. Okay. I wasn't ready to see Emmett on my screen again. And hear his voice, too! Can we roll that back? I want to hear the voice actor again. Like, I want to hear his voice again. Okay. Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
Okay, Emmett, with your sassiness. I know that we've heard him say this before, but I thought he was gone. I didn't think we'd ever hear from the voice actor again. Like, character just gone, you know? The fact that they still found a way to, like, have us recall back to what Emmett was saying and to hear that voice again. Okay. No, but he's right. And I also went on a tangent about how we're, the bearer of a Zim's crystal, basically, and how we need to go do some freaking exploring. It would be cool to see, Gungaya. I'm so beautiful. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. Okay.
Oh, I know that look. That's an adventurer ready to take on the world.
No, that's my face when Emmett's self pops into my head and reminds me that I'm more than just a warrior of light. I'm freaking... I possess the soul of a Zim. That's what that look is.
In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes, but it's, still a work in progress.
Oh, that's right. Tataru opened up her own shop. That's so cute.
Shouldn't take much longer now, though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before you can finish another cup of tea.
You're the best, Tataru. Make sure it has pockets! Yes! Yes! That's all a girl ever wants in her clothing is pockets. Oh, look at her go! Is that a sheep? Is she making something with a sheep on it?
Stitch in here and trim in there. Knot the threads with love and care.
Oh, that's cute.
Just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement.
Why do I feel like something devastatingly sad's going to happen? Am I the only one who feels these vibes where, like, I feel like I'm having almost like an out-of-body experience right now? Like something's not totally right. And I don't know if it's just the trauma this game has given the Warrior of Light and you as a player playing through all of this and everything you've just gone through. But sitting here watching Tataru just so peacefully doing her thing, I feel like this just isn't real. And I don't know if it's because we're not used to being relaxed ever. I mean, since like day one, it was like, oh, shit's happening. Come fix this. And it's just been go, 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 go. So I don't know if this is like an unfamiliar emotion that I'm feeling in the game, where we are truly just relaxed, having some tea and coffee biscuits. Or if like there's just... This is just the calm before the storm, which is usually how it seems to go. I never said I was getting rid of the fancy titles, but that's the face I make when Emmett reminds me of my fancy titles. Okay, just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement.
I'm one with the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whims. Don't worry. I'll make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across.
True.
Oh, we mustn't forget the waterproofing. Gods forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
Wait, are we okay? What's happening? What's happening? We're like, are we drifting to sleep? I recognize this place. Oh, of course we do. Of course we recognize this. Wait a second, what? Wait, no, do we know this place? Do we know this place? I don't know if I know this place. What is this? Giving me very void scent vibes. Wait, who is that? They got a crown or something over their head? Like almost like a crown of thorns?
And thus I am returned.
Huh? What does that mean? Who is that? Newfound adventure! Oh, it's getting dark. I knew something was brewing. That was so odd.
Ah, you're awake.
Sorry for falling asleep. That chamomile tea, like really did its thing.
My apologies. I do get a little carried away with my sewing. You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream? Or are you just looking forward to the next chapter of your grand saga?
I don't know if I'd call it a pleasant dream. Unless we reach our villain arc, then maybe.
Either way, I promise to provide you with new apparel, and so I shall. If you'll accompany me to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing touches on your outfit. Shall we?
Woo! We haven't heard the quest accepted line or jingle in a very long time. Okay. So Diamond Forge. Oh, we can literally just walk out. Wait, I'm turned around. Do we go this way? I don't know where I am anymore. I could actually be a villain? Look. I've disrespected your waifus. What do you think? Okay. I know it's not that far of a walk, but because we saw Emmett, we gotta have the Emmett mount out. Do we go down? Wait a second. Whoa. Ooh. I love when, oh, what's it called again? Gloom. I love when it's gloomy out. It's just so, like, pretty. I really want to G-pose, but I can literally do this at any time. Like, the gloomy weather happens pretty often now, I feel like. Do we need to go here? We do. Okay. Observe as the artiste refines her piece into a masterpiece. And no napping this time. I only need a moment, you'll see. Sorry. I didn't mean to fall asleep. A little more room in the shoulders. Open up the cuffs. A final adjustment to the hem. All done. Let's see how it looks on the mannequin. Well, what do you think? Doesn't it just scream ready for a bold new adventure? I love it. Anything Tataru makes, I just love. Yay, Tataru! I'm so glad you approve. You've outdone yourself, Tataru, thank you. So what do I owe you? No, we'll go with the first one. Hi, Tal, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, how are you? Oh, stop! You'll make me blush. If you really want to thank me, though, all I ask is that you wear this on your travels. Well, how could I not? Although, my Reaper outfit looks pretty badass, though. I'm just saying. Or at least anywhere lots of adventurers might gather. No, look at you. A famous hero, a wonder. Wherever did she purchase those stylish yet practical garments? And before you know it, hordes of new customers will be climbing over each other to place orders at Tataru's boutique. Wahahaha! I hear it now! The merry clink clink of gil overflowing from my coffers. Sweet music to my ears. Oh, we got some jewelry with that too. Burgeoning merchant empires aside, you must be excited to start a fresh chapter of your life. New places to go, new people to meet. I often wonder how you remember all your experiences and exploits without taking at least a few notes. Tataru, my girl, where have you been? I got a whole ass spiral full of notes. Oh, maybe you should start doing just that. You never know when some odd past detail might become... Is this foreshadowing? I wonder if she's kind of alluding to at the very end of Endwalker when there was a flashback to Elpis and there was like something sinister brewing over there. Okay, maybe you should start doing just that. You never know when some odd past detail might become relevant, or if one day you'll take a blow to the head and forget the better part of the past decade. Something to keep in mind in any case. That's why we have the unending journey. Wait, what? Collection expanded, the unending... Huh? What is this? The unending codex. Final days. Wait, hold on. Can somebody explain this to me? What is this? Though publicly known as the organization's receptionist, Tataru also serves as a Scion's coin keeper, a role she executes with an enthusiastic cunning that borders on the terrifying. Born to Uldan merchants, the young Tataru and everything a Lalafell could ask for, until her family lost it all to bankruptcy. Plagued by debt and still smarting from this abrupt introduction to the harsh realities of the Sultanate, she apprenticed herself to a lapidary at the age of 12 and henceforth supported the household with her meager earnings. It was during this period that she met Minfilia, a miner come to sell gems and ore, who would later recruit Tataru to oversee the Path of the Twelve's finances. Tataru, in turn, resolved to use her newfound position not only to accrue personal wealth but also to serve others. Indeed, when the Path of the 12 relocated to the Waking Sands, and her role was expanded to include secretarial duties, she used her considerable social acumen to build relationships and increase its influence. As the organization slowly but surely grew into an association of like-minded and gifted souls, she was instrumental in seeking out potential members blessed with the Echo. After the 7th Umbral Calamity, when the Path of the 12 merged with the Circle of Knowing to form the Scions of the 7th Dawn, Tataru continued her tenure as Secretary and Coinkeeper combined. When the political situation in Ul'dah drove the Scions from their headquarters for a time, she journeyed with Alphino and the Warrior of Light to Ishgard. Wow. Throwback. This is like going from post-ARR into Heavensward. That they might there regroup and rebuild the organization. Later, she accompanied a contingent of Scions to the Far East, where she established ties with the East Aldernon Trading Company's Kugane branch in order to fund local anti-imperial resistance efforts, one of her many laudable ventures on the Scions' behalf. Privately, Tataru has long regretted her inability to assist her comrades in martial endeavors, and thus sought to train as an arcanist. Alas, these efforts met with misfortune. I remember when she tried to do a job change and it didn't work out. Including the escape of her carbuncle companion, and so she has since resolved to provide financial support through trades such as mining and weaving. In so doing, she has become something of a master artisan, going so far as to establish her own boutique in Old Charlian. Yet, she always manages to find the time to fashion new outfits for her Scion friends when they stand poised upon the threshold of journeys new. Wow, that was a nice little recap! Hi Proteus, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, how are you? This kid can't stop metagaming? Wait, who? Tataru is far from a child, she's just a Lalafell. In-game journal, okay. I want to read these. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. This secret society was the product of a merger between the Circle of Knowing, led by Louis-Sois Levieur, and the Path of the 12, led by Menphilia Ward. We never knew her last name, did we? Led by Menphilia, following the 7th Umbral Calamity. Working in concert with the leaders of Eorzea, the Scions strove to address the myriad problems that plagued the realm. Be it the godlike primals, the imperialistic Garleans, or the scheming Ascians, beings who have long shaped history from the shadows. As a means to achieve its objectives, the society sought out those blessed with the Echo, a mysterious power with myriad manifestations, the most notable of which was the ability to walk in the memories of others. It was for this reason they extended an invitation to the Warrior of Light. On account of their contributors in dealing with several primals and the 14th Imperial Legion, the Scion's existence became public knowledge. Utilizing their newfound reputation, Alphino Levior founded the Crystal Braves. We know how that went. A military organization intended to pave the way for a unified Eorzea. However, the Society's activities had made it the target of a monetarist faction of Ulda, and an elaborate betrayal by Alphino's presumed allies resulted in the Scions being framed for the Sultana's assassination. Though branded fugitives and scattered for a time, they eventually learned of a plot within a plot that saw the monarch put into a deep slumber rather than slain, and succeeded in clearing their names. Their honor restored, the Scions went on to become key players in the liberation of Alamigo and Doma from Imperial rule, and after helping to avert the final days, they judged their mission fulfilled. So it was that they announced their disbandment, at least outwardly, and retreated from plain sight to labor in secret once more. Doing good, got my pink dye in my hair and my heart in a heart-shaped walnut brownie baking in the oven. That sounds so nice. A brownie sounds really, really good right now. I could go for a brownie. The pink hair. I imagine you rocking pink hair so well. So well. I miss having vivid color hair, but we're just going through the growing pains of letting my natural hair grow out slowly but surely. And when I said growing my hair out, I did not mean for my gray hairs to come in. Y'all, my hair is like, it's coming in gray in like patches, which I'm not like upset about. I wasn't expecting to have so much gray hair at the age of 30. Let's see. Making sure I didn't miss any chats here. Is he gonna hit any content that I need to log in for? I don't remember. Oh, she. You tried to call me a he? I'm kidding, Tal. I'm barely out of high school. Please, Cat Lord. I don't know why you act like you're so much older than me. You're like 2 years older than me. On and off for 15 years, I've been pink. It's great until I go into public and then I get nervous. Oh, I remember you saying that. See, I personally like having loud hair because I don't have to do any talking. It just brings people to me and I don't have to go to them. Like, I have no issues talking to people, but I struggle to start conversations with people. So, I like when my hair can just kind of do the talking for me because people will be like, oh my god, did you do your hair yourself? If I had $1 for every time I got asked that. To me at the store, that's also the downside of like where we live too. I just get like a lot of weird looks. I have noticed being in Houston. Houston's got this weird thing about, I guess not very many people dye their hair a vivid color. Because aside from like having $1 for every time somebody asks if I did it myself, the most common question I get is, or not really a question, the most common remark that I get is, oh, you must be from Austin. Apparently having vivid color hair means I'm from Austin. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. But that, I get told that a lot. And it's always condescending how they say that, like, oh, you must be from Austin. Like, that's a bad thing. Like, Austin's a little different, sure, compared to the major Texas cities. But it's not a bad place, and you don't have to say it so rude. And then I also get a lot of compliments, too. So it's like a weird mix of, oh, you must be from Austin, and oh, I love your hair. I wish I do that on bald. You could get a wig. You can get a wig. That could always work too. Yeah, or do a towel set. Dye your scalp. Get called out. I know, right? Austin, the California of Texas. Yeah. I'm not kidding though. Like, you go to Austin now, and 9 out of 10 times, if you talk to someone, they say they're from California. It's like part of the reason why I had to move away from Austin, because there was such a huge influx of people from California who moved to Austin. They drove up rent and housing prices, and I couldn't afford Austin anymore, and I hate it. Kids love it. I always get kids asking if I'm a fairy. Okay, that makes the shitty comments so much better, though. Thinking, like, when kids ask if you're a fairy, like, that's so cute. Like, I would totally play along with that and, like, just really hype it up and, like, I don't know. I feel like that's super sweet and super cute. For South by Southwest, it was wild. Dude, I used to go to South by... I've been to South by 8 times? 8 or 9 times? Absolutely loved it. But they've kind of changed it over the years, and I haven't gone the past few years. I don't know if you really have to read all of this, but I'm enjoying it, so... if you are just now coming into the stream, yes, tears have already been shed tonight. I wasn't expecting to see Emmett Silk on my screen. Boom, instant tears. Okay, let's see if I can get through this chapter. Oh, okay, we'll see. We'll see. The final days. This dreadful calamity befell the star in the distant past when it was known as Atheres. We just lived through all of this, so this chapter might be a little rough. In that shining age, men had the power to manifest anything at will, even living beings. And through this miraculous creation magic, their civilization thrived. One day, however, following a keening sound from the land, their magics ran rampant, giving form to eldritch horrors born of fear and despair. Their blissful lives became a waking nightmare, and mankind was driven to brink of extinction. The Convocation of 14, the people's chosen representatives, observed that the phenomena manifested were the celestial currents, the star's outermost flow of aether, and had grown weak and stagnant. In order to address this deficiency, they summoned forth the mighty Zodiac to exert control over the laws of creation. Though this act demanded a high price, the sacrifice of half of mankind's remaining number, the vast majority willingly rendered up their lives, and thus were the final days forestalled. Over the intervening millennia, the star-encompassing calamity had faded from memory, but faced with its second coming as engineered by the Telepheroi, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn embarked upon a desperate quest for the truth. At length, they discovered that an ancient named Herms, Empath Herms, had created Median, a being capable of traversing the great expanse to ascertain the meaning of life by seeking out other civilizations in the universe. Alas, Median and her sisters found naught but despair, driving them to conclude life was suffering and death the sole mercy. Fleeing to the edge of existence, they became this Endsinger and proceeded to unleash the power of Dynamis, an esoteric energy set in motion by feelings to usher all stars to their doom that life need not continue in vain. Despite seemingly insurmountable odds, the Scions held fast to hope and amidst darkest despair lit the way for their champion as they confronted the Endsinger at her nest. And at the end of a fierce battle, they emerged triumphant and put an end to the final days once and for all. Woo! I survived. I read it all. I'm off. Have a good night, everyone. Bye, Blue! Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I'll catch you around. Bye! Oh, my voice cracked when I tried to say bye. I wave at them when they stare. If I can make kids' day brighter, it makes me feel good. Same! Same! It reminds me of, my sister, like, wholeheartedly believed in the Tooth Fairy growing up, so my mom and I really played into that. And, whenever my sister lost a tooth, my mom and I came up with, like, this really elaborate story about the Tooth Fairy going on all sorts of adventures and stuff like that, and it just made my sister's day. When she found out the Tooth Fairy wasn't real, thankfully she was kind of old enough to be like, I started to have a hunch kind of thing. But still, it made her really happy, and it's like, I don't know. I just love that so much. When like little kids get really excited about stuff like that. Okay. The Unending Codex is now available under Collection in the Duty section of the main menu. What? New entries for prominent terms and characters will be added to the Codex as you progress through the main scenario quests. Why didn't they do this before? Okay. So, what? How do I access this? No, not that. Not that. How do I access... Huh? Main duty? Here we go. Is this what I'm looking for? Well, this doesn't sound right either, though. Shrimp, how do I access Codex? Yes, the happy feels. I agree. The moral of the story, lie to children. I mean, what do you think Santa Claus is, okay? I found out Santa wasn't real when I was 5, and I wasn't really disappointed because I got a Barbie house. Use the little buttons next to your gill. This? That doesn't sound right. This? Night Knowledge, thank you so much for the follow. It is much appreciated. Hi, I'm Minotaurus. Welcome to my Labyrinth of Swords. What is your favorite mythological creature? Mine is the Minotaur. Welcome on in. Do you play Final Fantasy XIV? Above those. Oh! Over here. Right? Just when I thought I was on to something. Oh, collection. Unending Codex. Okay, there we go. Okay. We figured it out. Okay. Alright, let's continue. Bountiful Ruins. Tataru has some advice to share with you. As the, former receptionist and sometimes intelligence gatherer of the Scions, allow me to offer you a word of advice. Do not expect juicy rumors to simply fall into your lap. Adventurers rely on gossip, and the best places to pick up information are taverns and markets. At present, you only have a broad destination in mind. When you arrive in Thavnir, I suggest you explore your options at Mariide's Mahan, the finest drinking establishment at Rats at Hand. Charm the employees, and they'll not only point you in the direction of the local tale-tellers, but also share with you the tricks for loosening their tongues. Now, I really must be getting back to running my boutique. Enjoy the journey, Gray, and may fair fortune find you. I just realized I have to put on my new outfit. Woof, this looks like a hot mess over here. Okay. She gave us new things. Wait a second. Oh, here it is. This is all level 1. This is just for glams then. Hey. Cool. How are these boots? Nice. I like. Okay, so this is really more so just for glams. Oh, I can't actually change it. It's all locked. How do I unlock it? Okay. I don't play 14, but know quite a few people that do. Thought I'd drop by and say hi and watch. Well, welcome on in. What games do you play if you like to play any games? But yeah, I'm obsessed with 14, but I play a lot of horror games, and I also do the occasional shooters, and I also do some IRL streams, so I'm a variety streamer with an emphasis on horror games and Final Fantasy 14. How about the waifu? What do you mean, Andy? Way to ruin Christmas. Oh, please. I didn't ruin nothing. Okay. Ilsabard. Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. It's one thing being in Mordana. It's another going back to Endwalker Zone. I haven't been to an Endwalker Zone since I beat Endwalker. Last time we were here, it was the final days, the skies were red, there was just scary monsters everywhere. It was pure chaos. Okay. Let's go see what it looks like. Woo, okay, here we go, here we go. Keep it together, don't cry, there's no need to cry, you're fine, you are fine. I feel like I gotta give myself all these pep talks. Ah. Okay, we're here. We are here. I love the music here. Ooh, I like this. I feel like I'm really getting a feel of their actual, like, culture here. Like I said, last time the world was in disarray. Like, everyone was literally dying. Isn't the, like, bar, like, somewhere... isn't, like, the bar area somewhere, like, over here, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Let's not get confused. Let's just keep going. I wanted to see outside. I love this music! Yeah, you got it right, Andy. This game takes a lot of influences from different cultures, and I love it. Oh, okay, here's the bar. Wow! The sky is back to normal! Now, you know what this means, guys. Hold on. Last time we were here, the world was ending, okay? The world was ending. And we had to do a very special dance. I love this song. Okay. It's only right to now do the dance again with the world back to normal. A lot of survival, roguelites, and zombie-themed games. Ooh, I love zombie-themed games. I've been kind of in the mood to play Dying Light 2 lately. Spillatine, when you redeem that, you have to ask me a question that you want to know more about. So just don't be weird. Don't ask me weird questions, but like, I have to answer. Whatever question you ask me, I have to answer. As long as it's not like some weird, bizarre question. So that's all that means. I'm gonna check something real quick. I had a feeling. I haven't locked my camera in place. I need to get a screwdriver. My camera moved on me. New setups. New setups. Shrimp, we need to work on that. I need to find a screwdriver to like tighten my camera so that it stays in place. Cause it's supposed to be more like over there? Just stay. Stay. Like that? That's where it's supposed to be. I probably hit my desk at some point and moved it. Whoopsies. Oopsies. Okay. Welcome to... I cannot say this place. I can't pronounce it. We're gonna call it Mei Mei, okay? Welcome to Mei Mei. Oh, hello. I do not recognize you at first. No, I did not recognize you at first. Are you here alone? Let me find you a table. Ruins beneath the bounty. Would you be speaking of the sunken treasure vault? We have one regular, a historian in fact, who could tell you all about it. Ah, there he is, Professor Jalhigin. I thought I saw him come in. Although a somewhat private sort, the professor is quite to befriend those who share his fondness for the Mahane's unique beverages. Offer him any drink from our selection, and he should happily share everything he knows about the vault you seek, and a few other odd bits besides. Whatever you buy for him is on the house, by the way. If Meraid found out I took coin from Thavnir's savior, she would have me scrubbing pots for a week. If you have enough channel points, you should be able to redeem it. Okay, so we need to go talk to Jalheen. Yes. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registration. And what may I do for you, my Eorzean friend? I want to ask you about the sunken vault and the bounty. Oh, just a friendly chat. How about a drink? Keeping what Tataru said in mind. Well, I certainly wouldn't say no to a drink freely offered. Here we are. One of Meraid's finest. Enjoy. Why is that so hard to say? Ah, lovely. Bottoms up. Cheers! Clink! Jalheen empties the cup in a single pull. That was very kind of you, miss, but I know when I'm being softened up. What is it that you want from me? Is this the first time the Warrior of Light has had a drink? Normally we refuse. Oh, chasing down that old tale, are you? It does seem to appeal to adventurous at heart. Now, where to begin? Might I assume you've heard of Al-Zadal? He was Khan of the Ari tribe which sailed to Thavnir from the mainland and a key figure in the history of Razat Hand. I mispronounced that. Razat Han. Oops. His decision to aid the Arkasudara is what ultimately won them the war against the Gajusura, thus allowing our predecessors to lay the foundation for this thriving city-state. The truly fascinating stories, however, concern his grandson, Alzadal III, who was known for his deeds as satrap in Razathan's early days. Some attest that this man traveled to another world entirely and returned with glittering riches. Others that he brokered an alliance with a certain worm of the first brood. Then there is the tale of the sunken vault, the one you seem most curious about. According to this legend, Alzadal III claimed a small island somewhere in the middle of the bounty. There he built a structure reaching clear to the bottom of the sea, a deep and secret storehouse, and locked all his worldly wealth within. In the centuries since, whenever a natural disaster or hardship befell Radzathan, folk would remember that tale of hidden treasure. Hardy souls would set out to claim their fortune, but precious few ever made it home. It's like trying to find the One Piece. Would you like to hear more? Apologies, I have a slight tickle in... Oh, my cup appears to be empty. Okay. Malil, another round for the professor. That wasn't enough? Whoa. No, we need to butter him up so he tells us more. Ah, I see we've reached an understanding. You're a sharp one, adventurer. Another for the professor. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Today was a splendid day to visit the Bahane. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Jolene gulps down his newest drink with gusto. Where were we? Yes. Those who did return from seeking the treasure vault refused, flatly refused, to speak of what they saw. Did this discourage others? Nay, quite the opposite. Such accounts only served to feed the legend, and the golden lore grew stronger than ever before. That reminds me of something Azama was saying. Azama is a fellow connoisseur of spiritual potables. Yes, he is. Anyway, he was saying that one of his acquaintances went after the treasure himself. Hasn't been since he set sail, I hear, but he did have, no, I can say no more. You seem a generous sort. What kind of man would I be to encourage what is clearly a foolhardily quest? My word sent you to your death, I could never live with myself. I am no stranger to peril. I think I've heard enough. Literally, I am no stranger to peril. Literally, I am the warrior of light. Is that so? Perhaps it's your turn to tell a tale then. What manner of dangers have you faced? Oh, I don't know. Literally just saved the entire world from the final days. The very edge of existence. From anyone else, I'd struggle to believe it, but I recognize you now. You're the hero of the final days. A drink. I needed a drink to settle my nerves. Ali! More of the same, if you please. As you wish. But this one is on your coin, Professor. Jolene drains yet another cup dry. Anyway, you being who you are, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share a little more. This friend of Azama's, he was desperate to buy a treasure map, one which showed the way to entrance of the vault. Seems he could only get it from some merchant. What's his name? I forget. Let's drink a toast to you, my best friend, Malil. More drinkish. Signal for water instead. This guy was me during college. Okay, same. Your drink, sir. Ah, marvelous! I am parched. Jillian gulps down the cup of water. Huh! That was water! Did you tell her to bring me water? Still, that's probably for the best. Very kind of you, really. My head will certainly thank you in the morning. I seem to have overindulged. I am put in mind of the words of Master Jazon. Be wary how much of the drink you swallow, lest it swallow you. Forgive me. I will subject you to no more of these unseemly antics. You want to speak with Azama? Well, as I said, be sure to taste for the Mahane's fine spirits. You probably came in as we were talking. I wish you fortune in finding your fortune. You appear to have learned all that Jolene has to share regarding the undersea vault. To find out more, you will need to locate a man by the name of Azama. It wasn't water, is PBR. Ugh. Actually, PBR is kind of okay. It's better than Coors and like Milwaukee and Bud Light. Yeah, PBR is pretty okay, actually. Yes, I am Azama, and who might you be? All true, I'm afraid. My friend took a ship out in search of Azaldal's legacy, and I've been watching for his sails ever since. I tried to dissuade him, of course, but he refused to listen. All he could talk about was finding that vault. And that look in his eyes, I knew it was common gold or jewels he lusted after. He was hunting I'm struggling with this, y'all. He was hunting Azaldal's III's otherworldly horde, and his ambition would not be denied. I see it in you too, that appetite for the mysterious and the unknown. But I'll not attempt to turn you from your path. I know too well the futility of that endeavor. Words are hard. I will tell you what my friend told me, how he convinced a merchant in the bazaar to give him the rough location of the vault's entrance. It seems this merchant, one Zasol, I believe, is selling a map which shows the exact route, but my friend's purse was too light for its exorbitant price. Oh, don't worry, we'll just go find Estinian. He knows how to make great bargains. With what meager wealth he had, he insisted paid to learn that there are ruins on a small island somewhere in the Bounty. And within those ruins hides the path to the vaults deep below. If you truly intend on seeking Alzadal's treasure, I suggest you put your affairs in order. I wish things were different, but I do not believe my friend is ever coming home.
Please, Ashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness?
Dang. So he lost his parents to the almost final days. Wait a second!
So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake?
Y'all remember that quest? Where we had to save the baby? Don't freaking tell me we watched his parents die. That had to be his little sister we saved. So you hope to find your fortune, and what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake?
What have you to offer in payment? As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name. This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
A map to Alzadal's legacy.
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession.
Yeah, that box is really, really small for that map. He's probably using it to just show it off more, I guess.
A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly.
Interesting.
This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away.
I feel like he's bluffing. This cannot be the real map.
Be glad I am no such king, boy. Your scrawny-eyed had never returned with that treasure alive.
Damn. How encouraging.
Oh, cruel fate! Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim? How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map! Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoard they stand to uncover.
Estinian!
What of
Estinian,
you, sir?
go pay for it!
Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
Do we get to go on adventures with Estinian, or do we just get to sit back, watch him spend a ridiculous amount of coin because that man has no concept of finance? Has slick blonde hair, I definitely don't trust him. True. True. Get wrecked, kid. Yeah, go back to playing Fortnite, kid.
A fortune, you say?
To hear his voice again, it's been too long. I love it. Ah, hello. One of my husbandos. How are you? Long time no see. Okay. Sorry. Bring it back. Bring it back. Okay.
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
Just wants to protect his sister.
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
That kid's face. That has to be the fake map. Knowing... It would totally be a Stedian who buys a fake map that's worth a fortune.
Well met, my friend.
Yes! Estinian dance. I'm so happy to see that beautiful face again. Hello, my friend.
Someone is dressed for adventure.
I hope you are too. I mean, I said, can we go on adventures with Graha? But I will gladly go on adventures with Estinian. Which we knew he was here because, like, they told us that, like, at the end of, Endwalker. But still, it's a treat to see him. Still a treat. God damn, save your body for once, I know, right? But don't get her husbandos yet. My waifus are nowhere to be seen. Soon, maybe, Catlord. I don't know. Sorry, can't help you there. Someone is dressed for adventure. I'm literally the same outfit I wore last time you saw me.
Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping. Ruins beneath the bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
Gotta make sure it's the real map.
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, it's a fake.
Mind us.
And now I've fleeced one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
Whoa! That kid be eavesdropping too.
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
You seem eager to be underway. I never took you for a treasure hunter. Actually.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself.
I mean, ex-Dragon Slayer is now out treasure hunting. We're off to find the One Piece! Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself.
If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days.
I have a feeling this kid's gonna sneak on board with us.
I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove.
Aww, who knew Estinian had a heart?
Come now. You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits.
The biggest question I have for Estinian is, did you keep your link
Speaking
pearl?
of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
Oh, wait, really? That was
Suppose
clear?
his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims.
I didn't realize that was clear. That went over my head. Anyways, I suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims.
Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough. Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent, whether the map leads us to the vault or not. You are coming along, yes?
Yes! Gladly going on an adventure with Estinian. Shall we split the expenses? Okay, chat, what should I say? Should I say naturally, or shall we split the expenses? I'm curious to know what he says with this.
I appreciate the concern, but there's one thing I've learned from my time with the Sirens, is how to better manage my coin purse.
Says the guy who just dropped a fortune on a potentially fake map.
Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
I wasn't ready to go on an adventure with Estinian. This makes me so happy. Should I switch to Dragoon? No. We're doing this as Reaper. It's fine. It's fine. I feel like that kid is going to try and sneak on board with us, though. He also, I feel like he feels guilty. Your code log, yes, should be. Ooh, I like that, Cat Lord. That's a good idea. I wonder if I could find like a voice line of Estinian saying that too. You will recall I spoke of visiting Thavnir at Vitra's request. Well, he finally invited me to a feast and made his proposal once I was too full of Hainish delights to refuse. He wishes me to train the Radiant Host in lance work. But that is a tale for another time. What we need now is a merchant or a trawler with a ship fit for open seas. Matsia is a fisherman by trade, yes? We should heed to Akiali and see if he can help us. I love the music in this zone. Hi, Dandelion. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. How are you? Oh, I don't know where I'm going. Do I get to mount up? I feel another headache coming on. I don't like it. Okay. It's only fitting to bring out Peanut. I haven't unlocked flying in any of the Endwalker zones yet. So we're roughing it. Wow. Last time we were here, the world was like in shambles. Saved it. A flying peanut sounds dangerous? No, it's fine. It's totally fine. Those guys look mean. No wonder. It's definitely a higher level. It's a rare spawn. I'm not aggroing a rare spawn. Hey, what you doing in the water? Oh. It's a player. I thought it was an NPC. I am hoping to hire a ship, of course, rather than buy one. My funds would not stretch quite that far. My friends, what brings you to our humble village? I just realized it's like Matsia. That's Matsia. That's our old friend. Oh my god. Hi, old friend. How's it going, Matsia? Wow. We're just seeing all of our old friends. So you need a seaworthy vessel to seek these ruins. Considering it was your deeds which allowed us to return to fishing, I should think everyone would be glad for a chance to repay the favor. Wait here, and I will have a boat stocked and ready for you in no time at all. Yep, that kid's gonna sneak on. To get LASIK, I don't actually qualify for LASIK. I don't have enough cornea in my eye, technically. However, my eye doctor's working with me. She thinks that she can heal my chronic dry eye, so I've been taking all sorts of medications and things like that to help heal my chronic dry eye. And I'll be doing this for a whole year. If I can heal my chronic dry eye by like a year from now, then I might be able to do a more old school approach to LASIK eye surgery where they actually like go in, like it's not like a laser, but like they like go in, like cut open my eye, correct it, and like seal it back up kind of thing. And if I can heal my chronic dry eye and do that, I might actually consider. Because I would love to just wake up and be able to just see with my own eyeballs. Be incredible. More cornea? Science is developing, but I will not be the guinea pig for graphing cornea. Have you noticed our little shadow? He's been following us since we left the city. We see you there, boy. Show yourself. Ah, it is you. Do you know how far out of our way we walked so that you would not cross paths with some wild beast? Estinian looking out for him. I'm sorry, sir, but aren't you the heroes who saved Thavnir? You are. I know you are. And I've gone and cheated you. I work with Zashul, you see, the map merchant. It's my job to play the pleading orphan and convince the crowd his wares are worth the price he asks. I'm ashamed of what I've done and beg for your forgiveness. If not for you, my sister and I would have never... Well, we'd be... Enough. I know your game, and I paid the price willingly. A fortunate purchase, as it turns out, for my friend here was seeking those very ruins. You are kind to overlook the wrong I have done you. But there is more you need to know. The map you bought is very real, as is the island it shows. I overheard Zashul selling the information to another customer. He told that man where he needed to search about the ruins, about the vault, about everything. Then the man sailed out to his fortune, never to return. You cannot go alone to that place. You should have more friends with you. Maybe even a whole army. I do not doubt the ruins hold danger, but I assure you, between the two of us, there is little we cannot overcome. Please, I cannot bear the thought of... We can invite our comrades. We might need a hand moving the treasure. Now you've got it, made him cry? How about the first one? Let's invite our other friends. But if we're all seen together, will people think the Scions are back together? That we could. And assuming we do find this treasure hoard, it may prove wise to have more hands along for the carry. Off with his head. Yes. Any ideas on whom to approach? The Scions have scattered far and wide since our last gathering. You don't make me choose? I have to go with Graha, though. I have to go with Graha so he can go on adventures with us. If you played this game, what did you choose? Kryl may have her hands full rebuilding the students, but if you reach out to Graha, he would surely leap at the invitation. See, you're feeling my vibe. Will that set your mind at ease? Yes, if that man is as strong as you. Is he, though? Strong? I mean? He's wise. What is your name, boy? Wait, how come Thancred wasn't an option? Was he? Was he an option? I just didn't realize it? Mirad, sir. Well, Mirad, your life is yours to live as you will, but I suggest you find a more honest trade if you truly wish to keep your sister safe. I'm not proud of what I do. But what choice do I have? We need to eat and everyone's too busy rebuilding their own lives to bother with two grubby orphans. Wait, boy. I didn't take this roundabout road just to see you end up in some creature's belly. Let me walk you back to the city gates. Thank you, sir. Call me Estinian. It's so cool to see, like, Estinian have a bit of a heart. But he's still so, like, stoic at the same time. There is like a piece of hair. Hold on. I trimmed my bangs earlier today and I think I missed a spot. I don't know. There's like a piece of hair that's like tickling my face. Has been a real creeper. Guess that means a public flogging for his crimes, Cat Lord. It's not how the 3 kids die. Does Final Fantasy just summon Shiva or Titan to help at the island? I mean, they technically got rid of the primals, but true. Okay. Estinian is... I think he's not as gruff as he makes out to be. Yeah, he's a bit of a softie at heart. Friends for the road. Estinian is ready to escort Mara to safety. I shall leave you to recruit Groha. He'll appreciate the invitation that much more, I'm sure. As I recall, he was based at the Annex. Someone there ought to be able to point you in the right direction. Let us be off to Merid. Do me a favor and don't stray from the path. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. We're going to see Groha! Ah! What is this locked box? Interesting. We'll have to come back for that quest. I think I'm taking the long way around, but it's okay. It's the scenic route. Wow! Look at this, guys! We're in Old Charlian and everything's okay! Oh, look who it is. Welcome back, Gray. What might the students do for you? Raha. Yes, he's in the main hall with Mistress Kryl. They've been holed up in there for days. By all means, go and give them an excuse to take a break. We're gonna see Graha and Kryl! Ah, there they are! I miss them! I hope Graha comes with us. We have to go on adventures.
Ah, Urgika, my good man.
Would
Would you be so kind as to...
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
It's such a pleasant surprise!
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
Aw, did we make you nervous again? What are the two of you working on? How is the restoration of the students coming along? Yeah.
Slow and steady. Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities. We located several accounts in the archives of Numenon and added them to the collection we recovered from the Isle of Val.
And judging by the progress we've made thus far, sorting this pile will keep us occupied for days to come. But what brings you to the Annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle dusty papers around?
So good to hear his voice again.
The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition.
Exactly! Because what time is it? It's adventure time!
I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which, I had hoped to ask for your assistance.
Oh, what a coincidence. Graha? Are you okay?
Then again, it's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned. You should go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
Come.
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already.
We get to go on adventures with Graha! This just means so much to me. I want to get out of this cutscene
Have you
so I can
asked anyone else to come along?
run and go give him a hug. Estinian? Oh, I guess we didn't ask
Then
anybody
might I
else.
suggest we invite Yestola?
Yes! I really wanted to pick Yestola too.
Ever since the Scions disbanded, she spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Gooble Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift.
Interesting.
It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Sharlayan the other day. We spoke briefly before she began her search of Numenor.
So, let's say she's on to something, and she figures out how to traverse through the rift. Does that mean we can go back to Elpis? Or the first? No, the first. No, Elpis is like Elpis, like long ago. But we could go back to the first, right? Because if we could go back to the first, then we can see Reen again. And Goth Mommy, potentially. I hope they're still having coffee biscuits. It would seem, however, that whatever the wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Sharlayan the other day. We spoke briefly before she began her search at Numenor.
Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe Yestola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say. Splendid! Then let us head to the archives at once.
So, essentially tell what you're saying is Twitch smiley face. Mr. Mido over this continue to mistreatment of my waifus? What are you talking about? You have so many waifus to go around, Catlord. You'll be fine. I promise you, you will be fine.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger.
Fine. I did say I'd be nice to Urianger. Way back when I thought I was going to lose him. So I guess he can come.
He sent the students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like. From what I can gather, the Loporrits are looking to make improvements to their own creation and wish to learn more about how we build things down here.
I forgot that the Loporrits are here! Never mind, Urianger can definitely come because that means we get to see the Loporrits again.
So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes.
I love that
If
emote,
our expedition
Tal.
leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with Yestola.
Yeah.
Safe travels, you two. But don't forget, I'd still like your help with that other matter I mentioned.
You got it, Cryo.
Right. Then it's off to the library.
I like how he says library. Yay, we're going on adventures with Graha! I just, like, as long as I can continue to go on adventures with Graha, that's all that I ask for. Ooh. Oh, okay. It's so interesting to, like, see their last names. One of Ishgard's most capable knights, Estinian, called Wormblood by many, once led his order as the renowned Azure Dragoon. Estinian's origins are humble, having been born to a family of shepherders in the eastern highlands of Corthus. However, the course of his pastoral life was forever changed when his village of Ferndale was razed by the great worm Nidhogg, an attack which claimed the lives of his parents and his brother. Bereft of home and family, the orphan of 12 summers was taken in by Alberic, then holder of the title of Azure Dragoon. The two proceeded to forge a complicated relationship. A martial instructor, an adoptive father, and a flawed knight, one who failed to protect his family. The young Estinian, Alberic, was all these things and more. When his training was complete, Estinian joined the Temple Knights. So focused was he on the fight against the Dravanian horde that he scarcely remembered the names of his companions. His sole friendship was with Amric de Borel, a knight of similar age who shared Estinian's passion for the cause. Estinian's prowess saw him rise through the ranks, first becoming a dragoon, and later inheriting the title of Azure Dragoon, once held by his foster father. Like all Azure Dragoons, Estinian would carry him the Eye of Nidhogg, a relic torn from the worm's head over 1,000 years ago. Though the Eye conferred power to the barrier, it rendered them vulnerable to Nidhogg's influence, and his undying hatred threatened to consume Estinian's very soul. Let's see. Oh, is this going? I'm going on adventure to bed. You crazy kids have a good night. Alright, Cat Lord, let me tuck you in real quick. There we go. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I'll catch you around. Bye. Thank you for stopping by. Though the Eye conferred power to the barrier, it rendered them vulnerable to Nidhogg's influence, and his undying hatred threatened to consume Estinian's very soul. Only through constant vigilance and strength of will did Estinian maintain a grip on his sanity. Though there were occasions when he came perilously close to succumbing to Nidhogg's rancor. In the midst of the Dragonsong War, Estinian offered to accompany the Warrior of Light and Alphino Levior in the quest to convince the Dravanians to renounce their 1,000-year campaign of vengeance. Though he did not believe they would succeed, Estinian nevertheless agreed to eschew violence, unless circumstances forced his hand. They were later joined by Yazel, leader of the heretics, who similarly believed peace an unlikely prospect, but one still worth pursuing in interest. Estinian traveled with the others to the Churning Mists, where they sought an audience with Raisvelgr, brother of Nidhogg. From the Great Worm, they learned the truth of the Dragonsong War, that it was King Thordan of ancient Ishgard who drew first blood when he and his knights murdered the Great Worm Radatasker, and subsequently devoured her eyes so that they might claim her power for themselves. Yet, in spite of this truth, the fact remains that Nidhogg was intent upon the destruction of Ishgard, and if he could not be persuaded to yield, they had but one recourse. In the end, the Azure Dragoon succeeded in hunting down and slaying his archenemy, presumably ending the 1,000-year war. Upon their return to the capital, Estinian and his companions discovered the Archbishop Thordan VII had plotted to wield the power of a primal to transform himself into an eternal god-king and bless the world with his twisted idea of harmony. They pursued the Archbishop to Azizla, where they put an end to his machinations once and for all. However, in the wake of battle, Estinian succumbed to the all-consuming hatred within Nidhogg's two eyes, transforming into a vessel for the Worm's Shade that would marshal his forces for a final assault on Ishgard. Following his defeat on the Steps of Faith, Estinian regained partial control and urged Alphino and the Warrior of Light to kill him, but instead the two tore the eyes from his body, casting out Nidhogg's shade and saving the Dragoon's life. With his homeland entering an age of peace, Estinian renounced his title of Azure Dragoon and set off on a journey of his own. Even during these wanderings, though, he stayed abreast of the Scion's activities and participated in both the liberation of Alamigo and sabotage efforts within Garlemald. In time, he gave in to the relentless solicitations of Tataru and Kryl, officially becoming a scion and working tirelessly with his comrades to deliver the world from the calamity known as the Final Days. Following his long journey from arch-nemesis of dragons to their friend and brother, Justinian renamed his lance Nidhogg after his fallen foe. Though he is still a lone wolf at heart, he travels more often with others than before, such as to the Isle of Thavnair, where he has forged a new friendship with Vitra, another of the First Brood. I really like reading these. I don't know if this is annoying to you guys, but I'm loving every tidbit of this, so I'm going to read them. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. Graha. A relatively recent addition to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Graha Tia hails from Corvos in southern Ilsabar, where the Allagan Empire once flourished during the Third Astral Era. Although the Mikote were once forced to toil in obscurity for the glory of Allag, Graha Tia's tribe, ever proud, devoted themselves to the study and preservation of arcane secrets. Thousands of years later, when Corvos was conquered by the Garleans and brought under the jurisdiction of the Illustrations House Darnus, a young Graha, heir to vast stores of Allagan knowledge, and the last child born with the Allagan Eye, was given into the custody of the students of Baldesion. After acquiring Charlian citizenship and freedom from more mundane duties, Graha concentrated on his education, earning his Archon's mark for his groundbreaking research into ancient arcane wisdom. Owing to these qualifications, Graha Tia was tasked with the vital duty of investigating the Crystal Tower, the most fascinating and forbidding of the surviving relics of the Allagan Empire. It was during this expedition that he met with Rambros, of the son of Saint Koinok, Sid Garland of the Ironworks, and the Warrior of Light, an occasion which led to the formation of the fellowship known as Noah. This is also like really good recaps as well of like what's happened throughout the entirety of this game so far. With his newfound companions, he laid bare the secrets of ancient Allag and learned from the awakened clones Unai and Doga that the eye he inherited was in truth the royal eye, the unmistakable mark of the Allagan imperial family. With it, he could control the Crystal Tower itself per the wishes of Selena, the final princess of Allag, who had chosen to pass down this gift and place her trust in future generations. Judging that mankind was not yet ready for the secrets of the Crystal Tower, Graha Tia sealed himself within it in the hope that he might awaken in an age when his fellow man had set aside their differences, when they might truly comprehend and wield the Allagan knowledge for the benefit of all. Alas, when Graha awoke from his slumber 200 years later, the world had been ravaged by tragedy and death, for the 8th Umbral Calamity had come to pass. Biggs, third of his name and 18th chairman of Garland Ironworks, had cracked the tower's wards, seeking to harness the power within to develop a means of time travel, that they might forge a future in which the calamity had never occurred. Graha agreed to lend them his aid, and so it was that he and the Crystal Tower were transported into the past, not of their world, the source, but of the reflection known as the First, where fate would once again see him reunited with the Warrior of Light. The First, for its part, had suffered a calamity no less daunting than that of the Source. A flood of light had nearly extinguished all life, and what little remained was beset by horrors born of the phenomenon known as Sin Eaters. Unaged due to his symbiosis with the Crystal Tower, an ever-youthful Graha Tia took the initiative in building the Crystarium, a city and bulwark of hope where he and his growing community would stand against these foes. For 100 years, the Crystal Exarch, as Graha Tia had come to be known, laid the groundwork for the coming battle, for he had always known that he could not triumph without the Warrior of Light. When the time came, he summoned the champion and their allies, albeit accidentally, from the source, assembling a formidable alliance to take up arms against the Light Wardens and reclaim the long-absent night sky. The final step in Graha Tia's plan would have seen him render up his own life for the preservation of the First and the Source. Blessedly, the sacrifice did not come to pass. Ultimately, the Warrior of Light and their brave companions succeeded in laying low the Ascians Emmett Selk and Elidibus, ending the threat of the 8th Umbral Calamity and giving the first hope for a brighter tomorrow. When the Scions at last returned to their own world, they did not do so alone. G'rahatia had conceived a method in which his memories and essence in the first would be merged with his past self still sleeping within Crystal Tower of the Source. The awoken G'rahatia eagerly joined the ranks of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and proceeded to employ his ample knowledge of all things Allagan, as well as the leadership skills he honed as the Crystal Exarch, to provide invaluable guidance and support to his companions. In particular, his decisive actions in Thavnir during the final days ensured the survival of countless innocents. After the de facto disbanding of the Scions, G'rahatia joined Kryl in helping to rebuild the students of Baldesion. However, he has not yet shaken his wanderlust and will not hesitate to seize any opportunity to embark upon a new journey with the Warrior of Light. I don't mind because I didn't read any of this. It's like an audiobook. Fair. I'm glad y'all are enjoying this. Kryl. I didn't realize her last name was Baldesion. Orphaned as a child and taken in by Galef Baldesion, founder of the eponymous Students of Baldesion, Kryl was blessed with power of the Echo, though in her early years it seemed to her more a curse. Uncommonly sensitive to the feelings of others, unwelcome thoughts flooded her mind, leading her to develop a guarded personality that many found off-putting. Seeing this, Galef gave her a cat-eared hood, assuring her that her gift was not something to be bemoaned and that it would one day prove a tremendous strength. Moved by her grandfather's words, Kryl vowed to devote herself to her studies that she might use her power to serve the greater good. Displaying a remarkable aptitude in the mystic arts, Kryl attended the Studium in Charlian, joining the faculty of the Arcane and becoming highly skilled in healing and curing magics. It was at this time that she made the acquaintance of Alphino and Elisée Levieur, with whom she maintains a close friendship to this day. After graduation, she joined her grandfather's research organization, eventually coming to Eorzea to support the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as they rebuilt their operation following the bloody banquet in Ul'dah. She lent her impressive knowledge of the arcane to the search for the missing Minfilia. Kryl chose to remain in Eorzea for the foreseeable future, both out of desire to support her friends and for lack of a home to which she might return. Prior to her arrival, the Isle of Val was obliterated by the devastating spell akin to Ultima. While she herself was on the Isle at the same time, she was saved by the blessing of light, and so she naturally fell in with the Scions. She soon became a full-fledged member and thenceforth used her command of the Echo to serve her comrades on many an occasion. Kryl suffered a particularly harrowing experience when she was captured as a prisoner of war by the Garleans during the campaign to liberate Alamigo. Her Echo made her a target as the Magitech engineer Alice Mel Esna sought to study the phenomenon and create an artificial variant. He succeeded in this endeavor, transforming Ferdola Rem Lupus and Xenos Yegalvis into beings he dubbed the Resonant. Kryl was later rescued by the Scions and after recovering from the ordeal, resolved to repay the favor. Indeed, when her companions were forcefully summoned to the First and left in a comatose state, Kryl took the lead in nursing the Scions back to health. With the appearance of the Telephroi and the looming threat of the final days, Kryl returned to Charlian in hopes of gauging the true intentions of their governing body, the Forum, which to that point had stubbornly refused to approve any aid to Eorzea. Subsequently, she would use her influence as representative of the Students of Baldesion to arrange for her friends to visit Old Charlian. Now that the final days have been averted and the Scions ostensibly disbanded, Kryl has devoted herself to the restoration of the students, recruiting the precious few survivors she has found, along with new talents that together they might carry on her late grandfather's legacy and preserve their knowledge for future generations. Cool. And that's a little bit of backstory. Now, get back to the main story. Let's go talk to Y'shtola. Y'shtola. I really like those lore stories. I was about to say it is so tranquil here, and then the word tranquility popped up on the screen. Sorta comfy. I'm sure it's comfy until I butcher a word. Beavis? Where's Butthead? What do you have to say? The flight of the Ragnarok would certainly make for an exciting stage production, don't you think? I'm putting together a playbook, but recreating an adventure of such an astronomical scale is proving more difficult than expected. They're making a play of us going to Ultimate Thule? Oh man, I was hoping I could jump up that. Wild that they're making a play. Or at least attempting to. Yo! It's Pudding Way! Pudding Way, did you find some pudding? I guess my pudding wasn't needed to stop the final days after all. But I persevere. Once people taste it, they'll be even happier than they were before the apocalypse started. I just know it. I love the Loprit so much. Okay, guys, I gotta show y'all. Some of you guys may have seen this if you've been around, but if you're new here, I have the cutest little Loprit doll. This is Giving Way, because Giving Way is my favorite. Look how cute it is. It sits up like on a shelf near my computer, and I look at it every single day, and it brings me so much joy. I love the Loprits so much. In fact, quite often I like to quote, "What the hell is a Loprits?" But anyways, I love Loprits. They're so cute, and this is my little Loprits doll that I am just absolutely in love with. So, wanted to show that off. Okay, it's getting a little toasty. Let me take my jacket off. If I can figure out how to do so. I have this new jacket. It's the new Saikuno jacket. But like I can't get the zipper to come undone, so I have to like awkwardly take this off. It like won't come undone at the bottom. Oh, it just came undone! Oh, I hope I didn't break it. Okay, I didn't break it. It's just a really stubborn zipper. Okay. Alright, now we go find Y'shtola. Last time we were here, we were not allowed to be here. We got kicked out of the library. So much has changed since we were last here. Oh, look! Now's my time! Now's my time. Hi, Graha. I had to give him a hug! Y'shtola, you sleepy girl, what you doing? Wait, what does Graha have to say? Well, she wasn't too hard to find, at least. Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna be getting my pictures. Don't you worry. Oh, she looks so peaceful.
I've never known Y'shtola to doze off in the middle of research before.
Must be working hard.
Close my eyes for one moment.
What just happened? Oh, the music stopped and I like got really scared.
How long have you two been here?
When the music stopped, I thought the game broke on me for a second. I was like, oh no, what happened? I'm glad to know it was just Y'shtola being shocked. We'll be honest.
Nor did I want to fall asleep. I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me.
Jeez Louise, girl, take a nap. Take a long rest.
As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections. Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library.
She said one of its shards. It'd be really cool if we get to go to another shard that's not the first.
So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it.
I have no doubt that you will.
So I promised Runar. But 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
Oh, she wants to see Runar again.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
A scholar in her element.
Indeed. Was there something else you wish to ask of me? Al-Zadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family. But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world. If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished.
You know what I just realized? That guy that was trying to sell the map, how the hell does he know where it is? Like, someone had to have survived to tell the tale, right? So who survived? Is it this person that they're talking about? But like, I don't know. I feel like there's some plot holes here. If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clues as to how it was accomplished.
An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
Achiali by ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane last we heard.
Where the heck is Thalmazane? I don't recognize that name.
Then by all means, let us recruit him and be on our way.
Yay! Hold on, I want to get a picture. A picture of all three of us together. Eidolon has been added to the Unending Codex. The Reflections. Crystal Tower. Wow. Hold on. We got more reading to do. Okay. Y'shtola. Displaying prodigious aptitude for magic from a young age, Y'shtola, at the behest of the Charlian Forum, was sent to Master Matoya for tutelage at the tender age of 7. Resentful of having to mind a child instead of pursuing her own research, the revered Archon was a stern taskmaster, imposing upon her new student one harsh trial after the next. Y'shtola, for her part, did not shrink from these formidable tasks, eventually winning the approval of her mentor, who doubtless saw in the stubborn Mikote girl shades of her own self as a child. After 10 years of training, Y'shtola emerged from Matoya's cave a woman grown, possessed of vast knowledge and a skill in the arcane that easily earned her the title of Archon. Striking out on her own, Y'shtola joined the Circle of Knowing, led by her mentor's colleague and friend Louisoix Levior. Sailing to Eorzea, she assisted her friends in the efforts in Limsa Lamensa in the fateful days leading up to the 7th Umbral Calamity. During that time, she won the trust of Admiral Morwib Glowfishwin, to whom she lent invaluable assistance in rebuilding the Eorzea alliance, which had theretofore devolved into a shell of its former glory. After Louisoix gave his life on the fields of Cartno, Y'shtola became one of the founding members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, formed by the merger of her own Circle of Knowing with a like-minded organization, the Path of the 12. Together with her new companions, she worked tirelessly to quell the threat of the Primals and defend Eorzea from the invasion of Garlemald's 14th Imperial Legion. When the Scions were caught up in the political coup in Ul'dah, it was Y'shtola's command of forbidden and ancient teleportation magics that allowed her and Thancred to escape the clutches of the villainous Crystal Braves. Left to wander the lifestream as a result of this, she was on the verge of being lost forever to the etheric currents when she was rescued and called back to this world through the efforts of Kanisana and the Warrior of Light. Y'shtola awoke from her coma to find she had lost the physical ability of sight, gaining in its stead the power to see aether and the environment around her. This gift is a double-edged sword, however, for while it allows her to remain a formidable presence in battle, the strain it places on her mind and energies is often great. Having recovered her strength, Y'shtola joined her fellow Scions in their exploits across Eorzea, traveling to Azizlaw to defend the mad Archbishop Thordan VII and bring the Dragonsong War to an end, then playing a key role in the liberation of Alamico. Y'shtola once again suffered a harrowing experience when her soul was accidentally forcefully summoned to the First by the Crystal Exarch. Assuming the alias Matoya in honor of her mentor and concealing her true identity, she befriended the Knights Blessed, a group of dark worshippers who made their home in the depths of the Ratika Greatwood. It was around this time that Y'shtola came to make extensive use of destructive magics to complement the healing and curing arts at which she had always excelled. After the Scions succeeded in restoring the darkness to the light-blighted First, they returned home to the Source, where Y'shtola would again play an invaluable role in averting the dark design of the Telepharoi. In the end, journeying with her friends to Ultimate Thule to deliver their worlds from the final days. Having long served the now disbanded Scions with her boundless knowledge in poisoned sorcery, Y'shtola now strives to find an answer to the universe's most fundamental question, seeking the truth of creation to honor the legacy of her mentor, Master Matoya. Hydaelyn. The will of the star. 'Tis she who has long kept Aetheri's turning. Tales of Hydaelyn's call and the singular power it was said to bestow, the Echo, have been recorded throughout history. The nature of this power was not wholly understood, and it was often conflated with another of her gifts, the Blessing of Light, which ensured one's Aether would remain uncorrupted by primal tempering. The chosen few also spoke of being summoned to the heart of the star where, according to their testaments, awaited a pure and towering crystal. It is likely that said testaments gave rise to the appellation Mother Crystal, as well as the usage of Hydaelyn to refer to the star itself, though the precise point at which these terms became commonplace remains unknown. While many sought further knowledge of her nature, the Sharlayan Forum foremost among them, few ascertained Hydaelyn's true identity, a primal with an ancient Venat at her core. And in time before time, society was governed by the Convocation of 14, upon which Venat held the seat of Azem. An indefatigable and insatiably curious individual, she tired of the academic approach to natural studies and resolved instead to travel the star and seek its truths through first-hand experience. A journey that she continued even after she abdicated her position. One day, during a visit to Elpis, she chanced to meet with a warrior of light who had come from the future with a warning of calamities to come. Thus did she learn of the final days that would befall Aetheri's and of this tragedy's ultimate cause. Median, barrier of the myriad, fallen world's despair. To prevent the obliteration of all life, Venat embarked upon a quest that would span millennia. Offering up her own flesh and soul, she summoned and became Hydaelyn. She sundered her people who yearned for the past that could never be restored. The god of Zodiark, manifestation of that ill-fated wish, and the star itself, which she loved so dearly, into 14 pieces. The god of darkness was galled within the sundered world's moons, and their people condemned to a fragile and imperfect existence forevermore. However, she knew that from their imperfection, their suffering would arise the strength to face deepest despair. So passionate was her love for mankind, so unwavering her faith in its potential, that Hydaelyn would never, in the eons that followed, waver in her belief. Even as shard after shard fell into calamity and were rejoined with the source, empowering Zodiark as it inverted her in turn, she stayed the course, awaiting the day when man would prove himself worthy. When at last the time came, and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn triumphant over her in battle that burned through her very soul, she faded away with a smile on her lips and peace in her heart. Though the Warrior of Light and their comrades would go on to follow the path she had shown them, Hydaelyn was no more. Her love for her children, however, is eternal. Wow. That was cool to read. The reflections. Though few are aware of their true nature, these worlds exist in parallel to the one in which we live, the Source. In order to weaken and imprison Zodiark, Hydaelyn mustered her strength and sundered the very fabric of reality. Yeah, Hydaelyn does hit deep. That last line right there, like her love is eternal. I tried to keep it together by just moving on. In order to weaken and imprison Zodiark, Hydaelyn mustered her strength and sundered the very fabric of reality, causing the world to be split into 14 shards akin to identical diluted images. Being reflections, the geographical features of these worlds are naturally similar, akin to observing the original through a looking glass. But over the course of millennia, the peoples of each have lived desperate lives and histories, and some variance has manifested in the environment itself as well. Since the reflections were birthed forth, 7 have been lost, sacrificed in the Ascians' quest to restore the ancient world. Curiously, while the reflections are displaced from each other, the boundaries between them are not uniform. Certain worlds, such as the 1st and the 13th, are more readily accessible from the source, while others are not. One theory posits that the worlds exist within pockets of reality that are arranged in a pattern not unlike the numbers on a clock face, and that is easier to travel to an adjacent reflection. Interesting. That's kind of good to note. The Crystal Tower. Approximately 6 millennia ago, when the world still languished in the aftermath of the Third Umbral Calamity, there arose a man who led an army of mages on a campaign of conquest. Xandi would go on to found the storied Allegan Empire, as well as marry the secrets of magic and wisdom of science to create aether chemistry. Through advances in this miraculous field, he expanded his dominion to encompass the continents of Aldernald, Isambard, and Othard. However, generations of peace and prosperity gave rise to decadence, and 1,000 years after the nation's birth, progress all but ground to the halt. The people grew complacent, abandoning learning and drowning themselves in leisure, and society stagnated. None lamented this deplorable state of affairs more than a technologist named Amon. Desiring to restore his nation to its former glory, is it Amon or Amon? Hey Vexard, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Amon brought Imperior Xandi back from the grave. Under the Founding Fathers' leadership, the Empire was given renewed purpose and world domination. In order to bolster the might of his armies, Xandi entered into a pact with the Cloud of Darkness, a sovereign among Voidsent, and granted their kind passage to the world of men in return for their aid in assuring the supremacy of his reign. The Crystal Tower played a key role in all of these events. Built to harness the power of the sun, it provided the sprawling empire with energy during its heyday. The empire fell into decline. Amon used the self-same energy to resurrect Xandi, and Xandi in turn used it to open a gate to the void. Eventually, the Emperor resolved to welcome the Cloud of Darkness herself into our world, a feat which would require a void gate of heretofore unseen proportions. To this end, he commanded that the icon Bahamut, captured in Mercidia, be encapsulated with a massive iron sphere. The sphere was launched into the heavens and set into motion alongside the moon, where it utilized the worm's affinity to fire expected aether to accumulate solar energy in a more concentrated form. Yet while the tower had been fortified to channel the increased flow, the land upon which it had been built could not withstand the immense forces. The Crystal Tower's collapse triggered a series of earthquakes which shook the entire realm, bringing about the Fourth Umbral Calamity and consigning the Allegan Empire to oblivion. For 5 millennia, the Crystal Tower lay buried and forgotten, until the violence of the Seventh Umbral era coaxed it from its resting place. Awakened from his long slumber, Emperor Xandi once more sought to fulfill his nihilistic ambitions, but he would be thwarted by the stout souls of the Fellowship of Noah and their newfound comrades from the distant past. I love reading these. I want to go back and someone earlier said it's kind of like an audiobook. I think that was Tal. Should I go back and read each one and make it like a YouTube video for people to just kind of read? Would y'all like that? Is that something I should do? When my voice isn't giving out on me, I could just spend some time reading just one of them as if it were an audiobook. So, people can listen to it if they don't want to read it themselves. Ideas? Ooh, yes. I think it would be fun to do that. There's a couple of words that trip me up though, so I might fumble a little bit. All right, let's go recruit Briange. Oh, he's down there in Labyrinthos. Do we get to see Arnval? I hate the music in this area. I am not excited to hear this. That would be really cool. Yeah, I'll do that. I think that would be fun. Ah, Mistress Grey, I've been made aware of your coming. Please, use the lift here. Wow. It's been a while since we've been here, too. This is the song that I hate. It is awful. I don't like it. This is probably the only song in the game that I just don't like. Wow! Wow! Been a minute since we've seen this place. Okay, sure, whatever. Like, okay. Hold on, let's go into G-Po. Yeah, we're doing it, we're doing it. Is it really a Final Fantasy XIV stream if I'm not going into G-Pos? Okay. Character lighting. I pretty much know the settings that I like. Bright can get a little iffy sometimes, but it's fine, it's fine. Okay, I feel like I should be smiling, maybe? Yeah, sure. Oh, wait. Hold on. Where is... I don't want the background to be blurry. There we go. We gotta see the Ragnarok behind us. I feel like I'm making a postcard. This is like a postcard pose. Okay, here we go. Okay. I'll be sure to post the pictures that I take tonight into my Discord so you guys can see. I feel like I'm sending a postcard to everyone. Hey Rich, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. How are you? How you doing tonight? Okay. Wow. It's the Ragnarok! Let's go. Okay, off to recruit Urianger. Now we get the picture. Oh yeah. It's our friends. It's our friends. Oh my god, it's so good to see everybody again. Okay, I mean, it's not everybody, but like, this is almost all of the Scions. Okay, where should I stand here? Let's see. Something like that. Maybe? I like how they're all looking at me. Yes, that's the pose. Okay. G-pose. My minion needs to go. Where's that at? There we go. One of these. No! Not the NPCs. Come back. Player's minion. There we go. Okay. The lighting in this area kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe like that. Now that's a good picture. Look at all of us! Memories. Let's see. Good laundry sesh. Ooh, I need to fold clothes so bad. I like don't mind doing laundry itself, but when it comes time to folding the clothes, it takes days before I ever get it done. Okay. What do they have to say? I don't see Thancred anywhere. Was he not supposed to be traveling with Urianger? Yeah, where's Thancred? I need to see Thancred. I visited Labyrinthos on several occasions recently, but I've not set foot in Oh, this is where Thaumazean since the day we boarded the Ragnarok. I didn't realize that that's what this area was called. Okay, so we have been here. Dang. Last time we were here, everybody, like everyone in chat showed up. You guys were cheering me on. Every person I've encountered in the game was there ready to talk to us, cheer us on to go stop the final days. Woo. It's getting emotional. I hope I don't start crying again. I put on a podcast when I'm folding. See, that's a good thing to do. I usually put on like a YouTube video. I really like watching deep dives on various topics. So usually I throw one of those on when I do chores. But I've been so busy lately. I'm lucky to even just remember to eat a meal these past few days. So, but I don't have anything planned this weekend. So the goal is to actually get caught up on my laundry. Okay. That was really cool, Tal.
Our illustrious champion. Cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure. I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
Yeah, where's Thancred? I need to know.
He left to attend to some personal errand, but should be returning ere long.
Is Thancred out partying again with girls? I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust?
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies.
Oh yeah, the Loporrits. How did I already space on the fact that Urianger is here with the Loporrits?
As you may recall, the Loporrits had been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
Ah, you have learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle. I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loporrits now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts.
Wait, hold on. I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loporrits now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts? Do the Loporrits know what we're up to?
Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon? So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation. But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos?
For a treasure hunt? Literally.
Fascinating. This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity.
When we finally get to this place, can I, like, see Emmett again? Please? I just want to see him again. I know that it's probably not possible, but, like, just give me a sign that Emmett and the Hythlodaeus are, like, somewhere in the presence of me. Like, their little ghosty bodies. I just want to see them again. I miss them.
I should be honored to accept thine invitation.
Wow, we're getting the whole gang back together. Almost. Almost the whole gang.
How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
That's very true, actually.
Counting Estinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
Sacred! It's so good to see you again, too! Eee! I didn't think we were actually gonna see him.
A wasted trip, I'm
Is this
afraid.
Sacred?
I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross.
I like how he still calls them rabbits. They're loporits. Yeah, you're looking well.
That's because we didn't travel by experimental etherite. It's astounding what a lack of nausea does for one's sense of well-being. In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together. That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches. So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seemed fit to gather?
We're going on a treasure hunt!
Beneath the waters of the Bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Perhaps.
Nay, 'tis not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loporids.
Ah, of course. And if you have Estinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
I mean, personally, I'd be okay with ditching Urianger and bringing on Thancred. Like, I know I said I would be nice to Urianger and then, you know, I'll stop being an asshole, but like, he's still on the lower end of the totem pole of favorite characters for me, and I know so many people love Urianger. I don't hate him. I've grown to like him a little bit. I will be nice. But if given the option, I will take Thancred over Urianger to come, like, hang with us.
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I? In all seriousness, 'tis best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters.
True, that's what I was wondering.
I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East.
Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations.
We'll make sure Estinian has his link pearl ready to go with any information.
Till we meet again.
Wait, do I not at least get to say, like, hi? Okay, okay. You know what? Here. Just in case Thancred goes away, we're going to take another little picture here. Just because, you know, we're all back together again. I know!
Shall we also hasten our departure? Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
I know, I feel like after everything we've been through, I cannot be mean to Urianger anymore. Okay. Urianger. An avid reader since he was old enough to hold a tome, Urianger spent his youth engrossed in books of prophecy. Eastern, Western, modern, historical, the young Elizin devoured all manner of sources concerning his favorite subject, though in so doing acquired an erudite vocabulary and poetic mannerisms that alienated his peers. His steadfast studiousness, along with the encouragement of his childhood friend Moonbrita, rest in peace, did, however, enable him to enter the studium under the auspices of the foremost authority on prophecy, Archon Louisoix. Indeed, it is thought that Urianger elected to join the Circle of Knowing to learn the truth of Messiah Thousand's Eye Divine Chronicles, a work that it hinted at the coming of the seventh umbral calamity. In the moons preceding said calamity, Urianger sought to share his knowledge with the people of Eorzea, but his doomsaying only served to earn him an unflattering reputation. After the prophecies came to pass and his beloved mentor was lost in the first fires of Cartno, he and other remnants of the Circle of Knowing joined with the Path of the 12 to form the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Thenceforth, Urianger became a fixture in the halls of the Waking Sands. Although his profound knowledge of history has ever been a boon to the Scions, Urianger's verbose explanations and dry manner have given rise to the interpersonal tensions. A particular note are the events following Moonbrita's death during the confrontation with the Asian Nabriales, when a grieving and guilt-stricken Urianger took it upon himself to treat with Elidibus in secret. In so doing, he learned long-lost secrets which he used to sabotage the Asians' plot to manipulate the Warriors of Darkness. While he had best of intentions, the decisions he made without the input of his allies, such as orchestrating the journey of Minfilia, the word of the Mother, to the First, and their consequences would long weigh heavy on his heart. To compound his turmoil, Urianger was pressured into deceiving his allies once more when the Crystal Exarch summoned him to the First. After divulging his true identity as Grahatia, the Exarch implored him to pretend that his own knowledge of the future tragedies was a vision Urianger had witnessed when passing between worlds. Believing this fiction was essential for the success of the Exarch's plan to prevent the 8th Umbral Calamity through his personal sacrifice, Urianger reluctantly agreed and retreated to Ilmeg. However, when the truth was finally laid bare, the Warrior of Light, then the Warrior of Darkness, refused to allow the Exarch to trade his life for the star's safety, rendering the deception meaningless. Urianger, overcome with regret, resolved to be more forthright and emotionally open with his comrades from that day forward. Upon returning to the source and being confronted with the reality of the final days, he played a key role in facilitating cooperation between the people of Aetheres and the moon-dwelling Loperites. But it was not until a tearful reunion with Moonbrita's parents, who welcomed him as they would a son, then he began to feel as though he was growing into the man he wanted to be. Ultimately, it was the relationships Urianger cultivated that would see the ship Ragnarok to take to the stars and hope restored to the star. Wow. So cool! Alright, let's go turn in this quest. You didn't read all these, so this is nice. I am glad I decided to read all of them. You can get like nice footage of each character and voice over them, make really nice. Ooh, yeah. I'll pick your brain on how I can make them like really nice and everything. Once again, I have not logged flying in any Endwalker zones at all. My main focus in Endwalker was definitely not unlocking flying. It was trying to freaking save the world, so we gotta do things the rough way, the scenic route. We're not flying, we're walking. But it's nice to take Peanut out for a little walk. Peanut is my elephant. I hope y'all like Peanut. She's super sweet. Like from certain cutscenes? Yeah! I need to get I need to download DaVinci Resolve so I can... I'm gonna have to now, because this video will be going up on my YouTube. If there's at any point you miss any of my streams, I pretty much put all of my streams up onto YouTube, especially if they're story-based. So feel free to go check that out. Holy moly! Look at that! I gotta get a picture. Yeah. Oops. I wish Graha wasn't standing so far away. Yeah. We gotta mark all of these memories. I put the fate of the world on the back burner for flying. Fair. Ay. Okay, let's talk to everybody. Matsia! I will pray to Sandaruva for your safe return. May the wealth of her blessings guide you to the treasure you seek. Did you change your name? Who is this? We're friends. I love your outfit. I don't recognize your name. Did you change your in-game name? In my travels, I spied many child wandering alone, orphans in all likelihood. Though homes raised by beasts and blasphemies can be rebuilt, the void left by those we have lost cannot so easily be filled. Just imagine the possibilities. Ah, the thrill of imminent adventure. I never tire of this feeling. Minotaur! Hi, welcome. Look, I'm rusty at the game. I haven't logged on and really played the game since September. So I'm like trying to remember who's who, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my fellow Minotaur, but welcome to the stream. How are you? I send you to recruit Graha, and you return with an entire survey party. I hope Matsia's boat is sturdy enough to carry us all. What he means is, we are grateful for the use of one of your precious fishing vessels. We are more than glad for the chance to provide it. I ask only that you take care of the steer clear of the reefs and the shallows there. We will keep an eye out. We'll just take the coin. I feel like this is a good stopping point for tonight. My throat kind of hurting after all the reading I've done. But I also just in general think that this is a good stopping point. So